What's up, guys? We're here in Rams franchise. We are in episode 13 today, getting near the end of season 1. Super excited to get into the off season and put this season behind us. Currently 4-11. In week 17, we play the Atlanta Falcons at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Then in week 18, we go and play the Cardinals. Super excited to see what we can do. We have a Monday night primetime game here against Atlanta. So we're going to hop right into it today, get through these two games, and then get on to the offseason in next episode. All right, here in Atlanta, playing the Atlanta Falcons in week 17. Super excited to get into today's game and see what we can do. We're 4-11. We're trying to get to 5-11. So we're going to try and finish off the season as strong as we physically can. Atlanta is 6-9 coming into today's game. We will kick off first to them, and we will see what we can do to start off this game. Going to try and start strong, get a good 3-and-out on defense, and get the ball quickly on offense. And Joshua Cardi kicks this one off to Atlanta. They will bring out the kick. Have a nice return here up to around the 30-yard line. Will be the 29, where, yeah, it will be Michael Penix coming out on offense for Atlanta. Those are the stats so far this season. Not the best year for him. Probably why they're at 6-9 right now. Although Mathew Stafford, again, having a decent year, touchdowns and yards-wise, but interceptions-wise, it's been really rough. So, defense first here. We're going to try and get a quick stop and get out on offense, but got to make a stop first. Bijan Robinson is going to be a huge task for Omar Speights today. Gains 3. Omar does bring him down on the first play. Cousins rolling, has no one open. He will take off and throw that one away out of bounds off the right sideline. Brings up 3rd and 7 right away here. 3rd and 7 here. This will be a little bit easier. We don't have much of a mobile quarterback in today's matchup. Although it doesn't really matter when you leave a guy wide open for the first down. Kirk Cousins comes out under center here. Bijan behind him. This will be a pass here. See if we can get to Kirk Cousins. We do. Is that Ty Hamilton? It is. The rookie out of Ohio State makes the sack on Kirk Cousins. An 8-yard loss, bringing up a 2nd and 18 now from the 33. And we'll see what we can do here on 2nd and 18. This will be a handoff to Bijan. We need to get out there. He has a wide open lane up the left side. Cam Curl's the last Rams defender. He does bring him down at the 36, but they flip field possession here. That is not what we wanted to see on defense. We had a really good, strong start. Bring up a 2nd and 18. This will be handoff to Bijan. He has more room up the middle. Breaks the tackle. Finally gets brought down after a 4-yard gain. But 2nd and 18, we had to capitalize on that, and we just could not. So 2nd and 6 here at the 32 for Atlanta. We're going to try and stop them, hold them to a potential field goal attempt here. See what we can do over the middle. Omar Speights has that one, picks it off. He will go up the right sideline, gets brought down from behind at the 35. And that is the spark we needed. Omar Speights has been playing dominant defensive football all year long, and he is showing why he is going to be the future of the middle of our defense. Read that one perfectly, jumped over in front of it, and picked it off. And we'll get the ball at the 35 here to start our first possession on offense today. There is Mathew Stafford. There are the stats for him this season. 31 touchdowns, 21 interceptions, 3,600 yards. 62% of his passes have been completed this season. Be more like 80% if you counted the interceptions, but unfortunately those don't count. So 1st and 10, this will be a handoff to Kyren Williams up the middle, gets stuffed, immediately lost a 1 on the play, brings up 2nd and 11. I really wish we had a quarterback on the roster right now that we could get a look at for the future, but there's just no point in starting Stetson Bennett or DTR. So we're going to throw it out to Terrence Ferguson. He makes the catch for 3 yards, brings up 3rd and 8 quickly on this drive. But yeah, there's just no one on the roster I feel comfortable with starting over Stafford, especially if Stafford's going to come back next year. Obviously, we won't know until the offseason, but it'll be interesting to see what that decision is when it is made. That is incomplete at the feet of Tutu Atwell. We will go 3-and-out on our first drive and punt. And Kirk Cousins and this Atlanta offense back out on the field now. So we'll see what they can do on their second drive starting at the 33. Cam Curl's going to send some pressure here on Bijan. We have him from behind. Loses 3 there, and Kyle Pitts is hurt on the play. That would be a huge blow to this Falcons offense if they don't have one of their biggest pass catchers in the game for the rest of the game. So we're going to see how big that injury is. This will be play action. Devin Lloyd gets to Kirk Cousins, brings him down, a loss of 9. The 2nd sack already of Kirk Cousins in the game today, and he looks like he might be... No, he looks fine. I can never tell if that's a frustration animation or an injury animation. It looks like it was frustration. It is. So he's back out on the field here, but we're just going to play the sticks here. On 3rd and 22, no reason to let anything over top. They can go underneath all day long. That'll be dumped underneath to the backup tight end. He brings it to 36 for a nice gain, but it is 4th and 6. Atlanta will go ahead and punt again here in the first quarter. Their 2nd of the game already. It's exactly what we need today to play some good defense. Jarquez Hunter with an okay return to the 20, gets a couple of yards on the return. And we'll come out throwing here from the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 under center. Tutu Atwell on that route looks nice. So we're going to try and get it out to him. We do have room to get it out to him, but it's overthrown by Stafford. Incomplete. Caden Ellis out there on the coverage. We're going to throw a slip screen here. Try and get Kyron in some space. He's been really good in space this season, so see no reason to stop that now. We lob that one to him. A little bit too high of a pass, gets 2 on the play. Yeah, the lob pass just doesn't work in this game. It's so stupid. It's like 30 yards in the air. It's slow. It's not how a lob looks in the NFL. It's just annoying. So we're going to see if we can convert 3rd and 8 here. We have Tutu Atwell over the middle. He makes the catch, goes up for the first down to the 34. And our drive keeps going here on offense. Under 4 minutes now as we come up to the line and break the huddle. And we'll hand this off to Kyron Williams. Kyron Williams having a pretty good season so far. Loss of 1 there, so not a good start in today's game. But we are having a good season with him. I believe Puka Nacua is 1st or 2nd in catches as well. Omar Spates is probably up at the league lead in tackles. At least probably top 10, top 15, a gain of 4 there. But we're having good individual seasons. Mathew Stafford has thrown a lot of touchdowns, but it's just putting all of that together to get a coherent, consistent package that has just not been working. So it's a 3rd and 7 here, trying to convert to keep our drive alive to score the first points of the game here in the first quarter. We're going to roll with Stafford, and we are going to take off with Mathew Stafford. Can we get the block from Ferguson? We can't, coming back. It'll be 4th and 2 at the 41, and we are going to go for this on 4th and 2. Really have nothing to lose here. Falcons call timeout. But we have nothing to lose at this point in the season. If we lose a game, great, better draft position. If we win, great. We still have 2 first-round picks. So we're going to see what we can do here. That'll be Whittington up the middle. He makes the catch on the slant route, and that will be a first down for us to the 49-yard line right before midfield here. This will be a handoff to Kyron Williams again. We're going to see what we can do. 2 minutes as we snap this ball in the first quarter. Caden Ellis blows up the lineman, makes the tackle. And yeah, there you can see Kyron Williams' stats from last week. He had an amazing game for us. Really just exactly what we needed at that moment to have a good game. Blake Corum checks in. This will be a handoff to him on 2nd and 9 at the 50. Blake Corum up the middle has some room, gets popped at the 43 after a gain of 7. It'll be 3rd and 2. And we'll go ahead and go for it again. Might as well. I know I said I was going to wait to make some slider changes until the offseason. Made a couple. We lowered the user run blocking. We lowered pass catching. We lowered pass accuracy. And then we raised some of the CPU, like run blocking and stuff like that. So hopefully a tougher challenge for the CPU, or a tough challenge for us as that's incomplete. We'll turn the ball over on downs. Oh, but like I said, hopefully a tougher challenge for me. An easier time of things for the CPU because it can be a little difficult sometimes for the CPU to do things on offense and defense, stop our running especially. So it is a quarterback power to Kirk Cousins. He cannot be hit because he slides. Gain of 2 there. All right, back here for the second quarter in Atlanta. We're going to send some pressure off the corner with a corner blitz. It'll be Quentin Lake coming on the pressure here. We're going to see if we can get to Kirk Cousins. Been getting to him early in this game. Need to get some pressure on him. Swallowed up and brought down behind the line. A loss of 7. That's Jared Verse, Byron Young, and probably Ty Hamilton in on that one. Maybe Kobe Turner in there for half a sack as well. And it's 2nd and 17 quickly here for Atlanta coming out of the break. That's thrown out to the running back. We need to get out there with Devin Lloyd. Bijan bumps off him. Kitchen's big popping hit on Bijan Robinson. That is counted as a rush attempt there. So a gain of 8 brings it to 3rd and 9 now, and we will hold Quentin Lake back from rushing the passer here on 3rd and 9 and use him as coverage. No one open. Cousins goes down. That's Braden Fisk on the sack. A loss of 9, and that'll back Atlanta out of any potential field goal range, and they will go ahead and punt here, their 3rd of the game. So at the 19-yard line, we need to come out, have a nice long drive here, score points. I don't care if it's a field goal. This is a very low scoring, I mean, obviously no score yet game. So we just need to take advantage of our opportunities when we have them here for the rest of the game. Kyron Williams out of the backfield makes the catch for 12. Caden Ellis brings him down after the play. And 8 minutes as we come up to the line here. Yeah, only 51 total yards to Atlanta's 44 so far. So not the game we would have liked on offense, but doesn't matter. We still have 3 more quarters to go. Tutu Atwell up the right sideline, keeps going up to the 46 where he's pushed out of bounds. We'll hand this one off to Kyron Williams. Might throw the RPO here. We will go ahead and throw the RPO. We have a little bit of room there. Might get a yard. We do. So it'll bring up 2nd and 9. Tutu Atwell, we've talked about it so much since the Devontae Adams trade. He is a featured part of our offense now. We try to get him the ball as much as possible. That is underneath to Puka Nacua up the right side. It makes a man miss. Keep going up the right sideline. He has some room out of bounds at the 13. Our 5th first down here in the first half. But yeah, Tutu Atwell has become such a big part of our offense since the Devontae Adams trade. Not that he wasn't before. He was playing in the slot most of the time. But he's really become a featured part of our offense, and he's just been dominating ever since. Really had a couple of really good games. Has been consistent every single week. Doesn't drop a lot of passes. Has a lot of touchdowns on the season, and it's 2nd and 8 now. We could potentially get him another one here. Going to step up with Stafford, throwing to Atwell. He drops it. That might have been tipped as well. 3rd and 8 now at the 11. I'm fine settling for a field goal here. This is not a defensive front that I would want to run on, so we are going to throw it here, 3rd and 8. We'll hit, and it's incomplete. That is swatted down at the line. I was going to say we're going to hit Kyron Williams out of the backfield. We'll settle for a field goal here, 4th and 8. Again, fine with a field goal. It's points. It is up and good. 3-0 LA. All right, Atlanta brings the kickoff out to the 32-yard line where they will come out on offense now. Over the middle, that is Kyle Pitts. Makes the catch, moves it up the field, breaks a tackle, still going. Akello Witherspoon dives. Why did we dive? Cam Curl can't bring Kyle Pitts down. Still going up the left sideline. He will go in for a touchdown. The Falcons with an unbelievable play to Kyle Pitts. Broke about 5 different tackles there from our defenders. I mean, that looks like one of those generated plays you see at the halftime show. Oh my goodness. It all started with Akello Witherspoon diving. I was trying to switch on and for whatever reason clicked X. And Kyle Pitts goes into the end zone. It'll be 7-3 Atlanta. All right, with 4:57 left in the second quarter here, we are at the 30-yard line to start our drive. And we are going to throw a screen out to Kyron Williams. We'll turn it back inside. Breaks a tackle, gets 9 on the play. Mathew Stafford over 100 yards passing here in the first half. And we'll hand this one off 2nd and 1. Actually, we might look to take a shot here. We're going to put Jordan Akins on a post and Puka Nacua on the sideline on that corner route. Looks like he could be good. We'll dump it underneath to Kyron Williams if he can make the catch. He cannot. 3rd and 1. See, that's the risk and reward kind of, give and pull that you can have with that. You can try and take a shot. If it doesn't work, you still have a 3rd and 1 there. Obviously, we didn't try the shot there to Puka Nacua because it was covered, but incomplete pass. We got the first down on that play. That's kind of the give and take you have there. You can make it work even if it doesn't work on 2nd down. So we'll come out here, run some play action, try and get Jordan Whittington over the middle of the field wide open. We'll see if he is. We have Puka Nacua up this field on the post. If he can get to that ball, he needs to get to that. He lays out, makes the catch, touchdown, Rams. Puka Nacua with the catch. A diving one. He salutes the defense. Waves goodbye to him. Burned past the safety on the post. Mathew Stafford layers it in perfect. Maybe a little bit out in front of him there, but he makes a good diving catch for the touchdown. All right, back out on defense after the Puka Nacua deep ball for the touchdown, and we will see what we can do here from the 30-yard line. 3:40 left in the first half to stop this Falcons offense. In coverage, we hit Kyle Pitts. He makes the catch for 3. Had the completely insane touchdown on the last possession for Atlanta. 70-yard touchdown, and don't want a repeat of that. He goes in motion from left to right here out of the formation, and they throw it underneath. Popped is Ray McCloud, but he makes the catch for the first. I believe that was Ray. It was. And it'll be a 1st and 10 now at the 40-yard line, so got exactly 7 on that play. Motion Ray from right to left. He will not take it. It'll be handoff to Bijan. Need to get there to him. We do with Devin Lloyd make the tackle after a gain of 6. Kirk Cousins under center here. We're going to send some pressure. If it's a drop back, we can get to him with Omar Spates. If not, we'll be covering Bijan. We cannot get out there. Thrown out to Drake London. He makes the catch for the first, and that's the 2-minute warning. Up 10-7 here in Atlanta. 4-11, looking to get to 5-11. We're playing a good first half so far. It is 1st and 10, though, at midfield here, just across. And we'll see what we can do to stop this Atlanta offense from going down and scoring again. They'll throw that one out to the right side, incomplete, looking for Ray McCloud. Couldn't get him on his break. Threw it a little bit too soon. Too much anticipation for Kirk Cousins. And now 2nd and 10 here as we come up to the line at the 50. Minute 56, only took 4 seconds off the clock. So if Atlanta doesn't get something here on 2nd and 10, then we need to call a timeout here. We will call timeout 3rd and 7. A couple of guys in motion, Drake London and Bijan London behind Cousins. Now this will be a throw. Cousins has no one open, throws it out of bounds, incomplete. That'll save one of our timeouts, so we have 2 left. So we'll have a minute 37 at the 11-yard line. Puka Nacua has 2 catches, 90 yards, and a touchdown before halftime. Obviously the big touchdown on the post route we just saw. So we will see what we can do. We'll start it off with a screen play here. See if we can get Kyron Williams out in some space. And see if we can get him a touchdown, a long one. That'd be kind of nice. Hasn't really had too many long touchdowns on this season. We'll bust it outside. We have room up the sideline. Get out of bounds at the 23. To Atwell underneath up the left side. He has room. Gets it to midfield. We'll go ahead and burn a timeout here with a minute 22 left. Could have ran hurry up, but want to just take our time a little bit here at midfield. I'm fine settling for a field goal here if we have to. Don't want to, but if we have to, we're going to chuck it up to Puka Nacua, see if he can go up and make an incredible play. He has a step on the man, swatted down by Jesse Bates. It'll be 2nd and 10. So we'll see what we can do. We have Tutu Atwell. We're going to throw it out to him. That is a jump ball, not advised. A bad throw from Stafford, incomplete. See, that brings up 3rd and 10. Now, that was not a good decision. Something like that, just probably should not have thrown that. Should have looked underneath for a check down, but it's fine. We have 3rd and 10 at midfield here. We have Tutu Atwell wide open up the right side on the slant route. Makes a move, makes a man miss, gets tackled down at the 23. This is where we run hurry up here. We're going to save our timeout for as long as we physically can, and we will see what we can do 1st and 10 from the 23. We're going to put Puka on a go route here. If that safety comes over at all, we should have Puka. We do. Into the end zone shot. He drops the ball. That might have been tipped. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. Don't have him. We have Ferguson over the middle. If he can make that catch, he can to the 8-yard line. This is where we use our last timeout. I feel comfortable with no timeouts to be able to get into the end zone and score here with 35 seconds. Hurry up typically takes 5 to 6 or 7 seconds off the clock. So not really a concern with the clock right now. So we're going to see what we can do here. We have Tutu Atwell. Can he make the catch? It's incomplete. Overthrown. And it's now 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line. 31 seconds left. Anywhere under 30 seconds, even with 2 timeouts, I feel comfortable giving Atlanta the ball back. So if we score on this next play, it's not the worst thing ever. Tutu Atwell could be wide open on the post. He is not rolling. Tutu Atwell does come open. If we can get that into him, he does make the catch for the touchdown. I believe that's 3 games in a row now. Tutu Atwell has made a touchdown grab. Had 2 in the last game. Fumble. We fumble it. Atlanta fumbles. We pick it up. Quentin Lee goes into the end zone. Touchdown. I was taking a sip of water when that happened. Oh, my goodness. Rams touchdown on the Atlanta kick return. Quentin Lake picks it up, runs it into the end zone. And we will take a 24-7 lead now, 18 seconds before halftime. All right, we're back out for the second half, and we do receive the kickoff. We could potentially go up 31-7 here right at the start of the third quarter. We'll have a good return here from Jarquez Hunter, hopefully. Gets brought down at the 22, so not a good one. KJ Osborne has looked pretty good in the return role. So going to probably end up moving on from both of them in the offseason, but just depends who we want at kick returner and punt returner next season. KJ Osborne's on a 1-year deal, picked him up, and then Jarquez Hunter is on a rookie contract. So we have him under control for a couple more seasons, probably going to just keep him on the roster. But we come out here at the 22, 1st and 10 to start the second half, and we have Kyron Williams up the middle, gets tackled immediately after a gain of 1 by Caden Ellis. So Mathew Stafford having what looks like a complete game in the first half, 268 and 2 touchdowns. And so we will see what we can do here in the second half to add to that. If we get too far ahead, we'll probably pull him and put DTR in just to say we could put him in. We're going to throw that one away with Stafford. That'll be incomplete at the 38. Getting pressured heavily there by the pass rush of Atlanta. First pressure we've really seen from them all day today. Haven't really had to worry about it yet in the game. Kyron Williams has a little bit of room at the right side. Gets 3 on the play, bringing up 3rd and 7. Kevin Dotson made a nice block, but then kind of let up at the end of it for the tackle. We'll have Terrence Ferguson in motion here at the 41, 3rd and 7. Need to convert this and add to our lead here. In the third quarter, we have Whittington underneath. He will make the catch, move it upfield for the first down. Gets popped at the 49-yard line. A little bit over midway through the third quarter here. We're going to chew clock. We're at the 36-yard line on offense. Kyron Williams busted up the right sideline, has some room, and he makes a man miss to the 13. Gets 23 on that play. Kyron Williams running all over Atlanta right now. That's what we need from him. And Blake Corum checks in, gives Kyron a breather. And this is that 1-2 punch. We have the speed, we have the power of Blake Corum. Gets a yard on that play. And it's been working all season long. We haven't converted a lot of the opportunities, we talked about it before, into points and wins. But when we have done that, the running game has been a big part of it. And Kyren Williams busted up the left side. He will go in for the touchdown, wide open lane. And a rushing touchdown for Kyren Williams makes it 31-7 LA. Mathew Stafford having another really good game. 20 of 34, 274, 2 touchdowns, along of 58. That was the Puka Nacua post touchdown. Kyren Williams, 17 for 119, 2 touchdowns, had a fumble. Blake Corum, 7 for 19. Mathew Stafford had 18 yards on 3 carries as well. Receiving, Tutu Atwell, 7 for 102 on a touchdown. Kyren Williams, 6 for 40. Terrence Ferguson, 3 for 27. Puka Nacua, only 2 catches but 90 yards and the post touchdown. Jordan Whittington, 2 for 15. On the defensive side of things, Omar Spates racking up another impressive game. An interception, 10 tackles, the TFL, a bunch of TFLs. 2 for Turner, 2 for Lloyd, 2 for Fisk, 2 for Hamilton. Braden Fisk, 3 sacks in the game, a sack and a half for Kobe Turner. 1 each for Lloyd and Hamilton. Ty Hamilton, the rookie, having a really strong season so far. A half a sack for Jared Verse. And, I mean, really just an impressive all-around performance from our defense and our offense. A really good game. If anything, this game is showing that I need to tweak the sliders more. So in the off-season video, maybe in the first episode where we play our first game in week 1 next season, maybe even in the preseason we tweak some things to kind of test some things out in the preseason, because those games really don't matter. But we need to figure it out. It needs to be tweaked. We can't be scoring 41 points as a 4-11 team. It happens. It's not common, and we've had a bunch of high-scoring, high-yardage games. So we got to figure out what we need to do. Maybe turn the quarter time down to 8 or 9 minutes. Maybe put remaining chew clock on for 10, 15 seconds instead of 20. Whatever it needs to happen. But we need to make those decisions and see how we can get the most realistic gameplay, because that's what I'm after. I want a realistic franchise where we play realistically. We have injuries, we have flags, we have this, we have that, we have crazy moments, we have boring games where we score 10 points, we have exciting games where we score 40 like this one. But we need to find the right mixture of that and not have it be so lopsided one way or the other. So that's kind of where the goal is right now and what we need to do going into the offseason. All right, upgrade points for Deonte Banks. He has 2 of them, so he'll get up to an 80 overall here. We're going to upgrade man coverage as much as physically possible. He can be a strong piece of our defense for a long time. We traded for him at midseason at the trade deadline, part of the couple of trades that we made, and he could be really, really good for us. I am not mad about this at all. Right now, it's him and Ahkello Witherspoon. Ahkello Witherspoon could be here next season. He might not be. We don't know yet. But Deonte Banks is ready to take that over. He is still on a rookie contract for the next 2 years. So him and Kobe Durant could be the future of this team at corner. Emmanuel Forbes Jr. is making progress. He is fast. And really, these 3 guys are all, they're 93, 94 speed. They are burners on defense. And that's what we need going up against some of the fastest receivers in the NFL. So I'm really excited about Deonte Banks and Emmanuel Forbes, Kobe Durant as well. It's just about finding more talent at the corner position to add to it around Deonte Banks. So he got 2 upgrade points. We have some other upgrade points for some guys. Puka Nacua will get 1. Braden Fisk, Tutu Atwell, Ethan Evans, our punter, Joshua Riccardi, the kicker, and then DTR down there as well. So we'll upgrade those and then head on to Arizona. All right, here we are in week 18. We will get the ball first, so we'll kick off at halftime. And we're going to see if we can get to 6-11, finish our season on a winning streak, or if we're going to fall to 5-12 and have an even higher pick in the draft. Honestly, either one's not bad, as KJ Osborne gets it out to the 30-yard line where we will come out. Here is Mathew Stafford. Those are his stats for the season so far. Not a terrible season. The turnovers are a lot, but obviously, when you're playing a user on quarterback, you're going to throw some interceptions. So the goal is to get the turnovers down next season with whoever plays quarterback, if that's Stafford, if that's a rookie, and then obviously keep scoring as many touchdowns as we are. So gain of 3 there on the first play for Kyren Williams. Want to see what we can do in today's game. Playing a decent 7-9 Arizona team. Throw that one out to Puka. He makes the catch on the right side, gets 6 on the play for 3rd and 1 now on the next play. We'll hand this one off to Kyren Williams again, see if he can pick up the first down here on our first drive. Already a minute gone off the clock. We'll hand this off. He will have some room, gets popped. It'll be 4th and inches. And again, like I said in last game, there's really no reason we don't go for this. Last game of the season, if we lose, we lose. That's great. If we win and it works, great as well. So we're going to hand it off here. We will pick up the first down, get about 3 yards on the play, and that'll be a first down for us. I'm going to use some play action here. We've been running a lot to start this first drive in the first couple of plays. We're going to try and get to play action. I think Jordan Whittington could get wide open. If not, we have Tutu underneath. They are blitzing, though. We're going to try and throw their way with Stafford. We can't. Brought down, lost 10. Jordan Birch on the sack, and we're backed up 2nd and 20 now. We'll go ahead and hand this off here on 2nd and 20. Not afraid to run the ball in this spot. We have room up the middle. We have a block up the field. We get 17 on the play. Makes it a 3rd and 3, and that's why you run the ball in that spot. Always doesn't work, but when it does, it is a huge gain, and we have a 3rd and manageable now at 3rd and 3. Ferguson in motion, right to left, back to the right. We'll throw it underneath to Jordan Whittington. He makes the catch for the first down, moves it up past midfield to the 42 of Arizona. And we're in enemy territory quickly here on our first possession. Already about 3.5 off the clock here in the first quarter. So we're going to see what we can do through the air on this play. We have Puka over the middle of the field. He makes the catch. We'll move it up to the 23-yard line. And a nice first down grab for Puka Nacua, his first catch of the day. Had 2 for 90 in the last game. Had a massive 60-yard touchdown on a post route. So looking to have a big game today as well. Up there top 5 in receptions on the season, so looking to finish that strong, hopefully get him near the top of the league. Again, a lot of guys having really good individual seasons. It's just going to be putting that all together next year to have a good team season that's going to matter. Gain of 1 there for Blake Corum on the slip screen. Didn't really work as much as we thought it would. And we have a 3rd and 4 here at the 17. Again, getting 3 points on the first drive is not bad, but you want to strive for the touchdown. Over the middle of the field, we have Whittington. If he can make the catch, he can. Down to the 2, a gain of 15, and a fresh set of downs for us. Already chewed up 5:20 off the clock here in the first quarter on our first drive. So a very big statement drive here. Need to come away with 6 to end it. And we do into the end zone. Kyron Williams from 2 yards out. Hill gritty, and that is 7-0 Rams. All right, Arizona out for their first possession of the game. We're going to see what we can do. Trey Benson is the lead back. He will get the handoff on 1st and 10. Brought down from behind by Jared Verse after a gain of 1. Again, we cannot talk enough about how big of a season Omar Speights is having for us. Having an incredible year so far. Going to look to continue playing well on the sideline. That is caught. Moves it up the field and tackled down at the 20-yard line. What a play from Kyler on the run to get a big chunk play there on 2nd down. And quickly, Arizona into the red zone here. This is a read option. Need to get out there. Omar Speights can't make the tackle. Murray slides down before Witherspoon can get a hit on him. It's 2nd and 7 after the pickup of 3 from Kyler Murray on the option play. Omar Speights took a bad angle there and just could not get to him. Over the middle, that is Trey McBride in for the touchdown as Arizona. Very bad first possession on defense, and it's a tie game here. All right, we will come back out on offense here at the 30-yard line. Going to run a screen play to Kyron Williams to see if we can get him out in some space. We've talked about it all year long. When he gets out in space and has blockers, he can make some things happen. Gets nothing on that play, though. Didn't really have any room. We talked about it in week 17 in this last game of this episode, the first game of this episode. Just the screens when you throw the lob pass, it just doesn't work. For whatever reason, the quarterback just sails it 30 yards into the sky and drops it down. That's not what a lob pass is in real life. There's touch on it, but it's not like a wobbler every time. It's so annoying. We have Puka. If we can get outside of Jordan Whittington out there at midfield, he does make the first down grab. And again, Stafford over 4,000 yards, 33 touchdowns. Not having a bad season. Probably should not be 5-11, but the 21 interceptions so far is really the big indicator as to why we're 5-11. When he's been on, but when he's not been, he's been turning the ball over a lot. And obviously, I've said it the whole time, I'm the one throwing the passes, so I take the blame for it. But, you know, some of them are out of my control. Some of them not so much, but just kind of depends. We'll throw that out underneath to Whittington, gets a yard, brings up 3rd and 5. His 5th catch already for 50 yards in the first half. We're going to hand this off here on 3rd and 5. I feel comfortable. Okay, I guess we're not going to hand it off. Thought that was a handoff play. It was not. We'll throw that up to Kyron Williams. Can he make a play on the ball? He cannot. Incomplete. And we will have to punt here at the 42, not within Joshua Carty field goal range. So we'll see if we can punt this one down out at close to the 1-yard line. That's a good punt. Not going to be good enough. That'll be out of bounds at the 14-yard line. Had a little too much power on that. Got a wobbler. And out of bounds at the 14 is where Kyler Murray comes back out. We might have to run QB spy on him most of the game today. Trey Benson up the middle, though, breaks it. Gets 11 on the play. Has a first down. This Cardinals offense, even without a guy like James Conner, is still really good. Obviously, in real life, James Conner went out with the season-ending injury. That's kind of where the concern is for them in real life. But in Madden, they've done well without him. I think he's also injured in the game. So we're going to see what we can do here. This will be a handoff to Benson. We need to get out there. We do. Byron Young brings him down from behind. No gain on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 10 here from the 24 after the run for 0. Need to get to Kyler down the right sideline. We need to hit the receiver. It is incomplete, overthrown for the backup tight end. Lucky we didn't hit him there. That probably would have been pass interference. But it's 3rd and 10 at the 24. Cannot allow Arizona to get a first here. With a tie game, need to hold them. We're going to go with Omar Spates, try and get to Kyler Murray. We can't. Benson brought down, but gains 13 on the play for the first. And a new set of downs for Arizona on offense. Not what you want to see. Not the play we needed. That was a bad defensive play for coverage. Just let Trey Benson get out of the backfield and sit there until he was ready to get the ball. And Marvin Harrison brought down by Cam Curl after a gain of 8. Almost got in there with Kobe Durant to bring down Kyler on that last play, but couldn't quite get to him. We're going to send some pressure here. This should be a run. If not, we will have the pressure there anyway. Big hit on Benson. He breaks off of it. Still going up the right sideline. Finally brought down by Cameron Kinchins at the 33. Big gain for Arizona and another first down. Just cannot stop their offense right now. Not exactly sure what we need to do to stop them. Make a stop here at the 33, but we got to hold them to a field goal attempt. Brought down is Jared Verse. Makes the tackle a 1-yard gain for Trey Benson. And there's Deonte Banks a little bit. You saw him on the cutscene there. He had 2 upgrade points to get to an 80 overall at the end of the last game. And he's someone we can definitely need to rely on a lot next season as Trey McBride makes the catch for 28 down to the 4. And Arizona on the goal line quickly here in the second quarter. But yeah, we need to rely on Deonte Banks. He's going to be a really good player for us for a long time. We're going to blitz Omar Spates here. Need to get outside to Kyler. Cannot get to him. Touchdown, Arizona. All right, we get the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. And we will see what we can do to start off this drive strong. Down 7 here halfway through the second quarter. Need to make a statement and get this tie game back. We have Tutu Atwell up the sideline. If he can make the catch, he can. And he's brought down to the 41, dives for the ball after the catch. And that's a good start already up past midfield here in the second quarter. Our second offensive drive of the day today. So it's been actually no, this is our third. Excuse me, we did punt, but it's been a really slow first half. Not a lot of points, not a lot of yards for either team. Arizona has a decent bit of yardage. They've gone down and scored a couple of times, but other than that, not much. KJ Osborne makes a rare catch and appearance on offense, gets 10 on the play, almost enough for the first down. Might have had an injured receiver on one of those plays. Not exactly sure why KJ Osborne was in on the play, but we'll find out in a second, I guess. 3rd down and 1. Pressured. Stafford throws that one into the ground, incomplete. It'll be a 49-yard field goal attempt here for Joshua Carty. He has some leg on him, that is for sure. It's been the accuracy with my kicking that has been difficult for him, but that one is up and right down the middle. 14-10 Arizona, about halfway through the second quarter. All right, Cardinals come out at the 30-yard line, 1st and 10 here. We will see what they can do on offense. 5 minutes, so exactly halfway through the second quarter. We talked about it at the end of the last game. If making a time change for the quarters is something that's a possibility. Tuning it down to 8 or 9 minutes instead of 10, kind of lowering the possibility for a lot of yardage, I guess, at the end of games and stuff like that. So there's definitely the possibility for something like that. Murray steps up. He will get brought down by Braden Fisk. Not a sack for Fisk, who had 3 in the last game, but a nice gain of only 1 there to hold Kyler Murray to 3rd and 3 now. And they will throw it here on 3rd and 3. That is incomplete. Looking up the left sideline, not able to hit his receiver in time. And Arizona will go ahead and punt here at the 37-yard line on 4th and 3. This is big. Down 4. We need to get the ball back before halftime and score. If we can have a good kick return here, this would be awesome. Hunter brings it out to the 20-yard line. So 3:53. We have all 3 timeouts. A 1st and 10 here. We're going to run jet sweep first play. It never works, but with Tutu Atwell, we're going to see if we can get it up the right sideline and get some yardage on it. Budda Baker over there scares me, and we are brought down immediately by Josh Sweat. No chance. Loss of 3 on the play. Just really, really not what you want to see on that play. Very disappointing. Jordan Whittington on this post could come wide open here. He will not. We have Tutu Atwell. If we can sling that in, we can. Makes the catch for 10 yards, brings us to 3rd and 3. Would love to start taking more deep shots early in the games, kind of setting that tone on offense, but there's just nothing open. Like, I want to do it. It's just not getting open. We have Terrence Ferguson. He gets bumped, but does make the catch. Moves it up the right sideline to the 38, a gain of 11 for the first down. Yeah, like here, a play action boot. It's to the opposite side. You'd kind of expect us to throw it, but might be able to get him to bite a tiny bit here. We don't. We'll step up with Stafford. He gets popped after a gain of 1. We're going to run hurry up. Probably could have thrown that over the right or the left sideline there to Tutu Atwell. Didn't want to risk a weird throw getting picked off or like sailing a throw or something, so we're just going to take what we can get. And we get brought down with Stafford. It's a loss of 9. We'll let it run to the 2-minute warning, and we'll see what we need to do on offense here. I have Terrence Ferguson. If we can get that to him, he makes the catch. He has wide open grass in front of him, the whole field in front of him. He will take it in for the touchdown, a 70-yard touchdown to Terrence Ferguson from Mathew Stafford, and we take a lead 17-14 here late into the second quarter. Need to get Jared Verse in on the rush. Can't have him. And that is wide open. Greg Dortch up the seam. He will have a touchdown. Blown coverage. Just ran right past our defenders, and he is in for the touchdown. Let's see the replay here. Yeah. I mean, that wasn't really Omar Spate's responsibility. That's just a lapse in coverage from the corner over there. Cameron Kinchins can't make the tackle. Doesn't have enough speed. Don't know who is over there at corner on the outside, but that's a bad play. That'll be a touchdown. Arizona takes the lead at 21-17. We do have a minute 25. Let's see what we can do. Jarquez Hunter will take the return here. Has a little bit of room, gets it to the 27. Not a bad return. Minute 21 left in the first half. We're going to see if we can score. Mathew Stafford having a fantastic game in the first half. All right, 2nd and 2 at the 35. Now in motion. Kyron Williams out of the backfield. Puka on that little fade route looks enticing. We're going to lob it up to Puka. He has a step on his man. Can he make the catch? It's tipped incomplete, 3rd and 2. Stafford needed to put a little bit more under that ball, a little bit further down the field, and he would have had the grab. But it's 3rd and 2. Still have a chance here to do something before halftime. We'll throw that out to Puka. He makes the catch up towards midfield, gets popped at the 47. We'll run hurry up here, save our timeouts in case we need them for something later on in this drive. And we're going to audible out of this play. I don't want to run the same play again. We'll run this one. Tutu Atwell on the right sideline. He does not make the catch, incomplete. Really kind of the same result either way. Stops the clock was kind of the goal of that play, obviously going towards the sideline, so not the worst thing ever. We'll throw the in route to Tutu Atwell. He makes the catch. This will be our first time out. It'll be a 3rd and 1 here. The bubble route from Tutu here looks enticing. If that defender steps back at all, we are firing it in there, and we do have the first down with Tutu. He breaks it up the left sideline, gets 6 on that play, and he's out of bounds at the 29-yard line. Nice throw from Stafford. Nice route from Atwell on the bubble to get open. Really just had to wait for the defender. We'll throw it over the middle. We have Puka. That is sailed incomplete. Luckily not to any defender in the area. At the 29 now, 2nd and 10. I think Terrence Ferguson could come wide open up the field again here, but that safety does not move at all. And we need to throw the ball away. It won't let us into the sack animation, and it will not let us throw the ball away. 3rd and 18 now. We'll go ahead and hand this off. Play for the field goal. Actually, we'll go ahead and throw it. Might as well. Put Ferguson on a go route up the middle. We have Puka. If we can fit that in, that is sailed incomplete. So 2 bad throws from Stafford on the drive. A 54-yarder incoming from Joshua Carty. We'll see if we can make this. Kick is up, and it is good. Joshua Carty makes it a 1-point game before halftime. All right, Arizona coming out at the 30 here for the second half. They got the kickoff. We need to get out there and make a tackle. Jared Verse and Cam Curl finally do after a gain of 6. That is the former Raiders, Zay Jones. Had a really good couple of years with the Raiders. Obviously, being a Raiders fan, I got to experience that, so that's nice. Omar Spates on the blitz. Can't quite get to Murray. That is dumped out to the fullback or a backup tight end. Can't quite tell. Over midfield now to the 49 is Arizona with a first down. Devin Lloyd is supposed to blitz on this play. We are going to send him, see if we can get to Kyler Murray. Throw out quickly to Trey McBride. He steps out of bounds after a gain of 1 to the 48. His midfield, 2nd and 9. Just over a minute and a half gone in the second half. And we are rushing with Jared Verse. Brings Kyler Murray down. 3rd and 19 now. Had something similar happen on the first defensive possession of the game. We need to make a stop here. Cannot give up another long 3rd down play. We'll see what we can do. That's on up the left side. That is caught. But 4th and 13 now. Arizona will go ahead and punt here down or up by 1. We are down by 1, and we will get the ball back with about 30 left in the second half here. That's a good punt towards the sideline. They'll go out at the 22 where we take over on offense, and we will see what we can do. We're going to run play action first play. I think they expect us to come out and run the ball here, so we're going to see what we can do. We have Tutu on the little hezzy block route if we need it. We have Jordan Whittington, though. If we can fit that in, that is incomplete at his feet. Not a good throw. Incomplete, not a good throw from Stafford at the feet of Jordan Whittington. We'll run play action here again. And we have Atwell up the left side. That's thrown out of bounds. Another terrible throw from Stafford. He's still on the ground. I think he's fine, though. Just not a good throw. Just a genuinely terrible throw from Stafford there. And it brings up a 3rd and 10 here. We have Ferguson. We can't get the ball off. We're sacked for loss. A 9. We'll punt the ball back to Arizona. All right, after a Trey Benson run of 7 on the first down play to start the drive, 2nd and 3 now for Arizona. Not really throwing the ball all too well in the game today. That's incomplete. Omar Spates on the coverage breaks it up. Only a little over 100 passing yards in the game, but it really hasn't mattered. Arizona has been able to get it done otherwise. And we'll see if we can hold them here, force another punt. That is over the middle. That is caught by Trey McBride. Big hit from Devin Lloyd, but he does pick up the first down to the 45-yard line. And we're going to send some pressure here off the edge with Quentin Lake. See if we can bring Murray down. If it's a handoff, hopefully we can get behind Trey Benson and make a tackle. Need to get some pressure on Murray. Dumps that one out to Benson. Big hit from Spates. Breaks off a tackle. Big hit from Witherspoon after a gain of 4. He is brought down immediately. Right at midfield here at the 49. And we're going to send Devin Lloyd. Try and get some pressure here. It's a screen. Need to get out there on Benson. Quentin Lake gets blown up. Big hit from Banks. Can't make a tackle. Benson cannot be brought down. Finally is at the 30-yard line. Gain of 20 on the play. Not what you want to see. We had someone out there to make a tackle on Murray on the blitz, but he dumps it out on the screen. Quentin Lake forces the incompletion on the underneath throw. 2nd and 10 now. Just playing good defense. We're just not finishing the plays off. Like there's a problem with that. And there is a fullback handoff there. 2-yard gain for the fullback. Don't know if it's actually a fullback in their offense or if it's just a backup tight end, but calling him a fullback because that's where he was lined up. 3rd and 8 now for this Cardinals offense. Murray steps up, will take off. Omar Spates, big hit after a gain of 2. 4th and 6. Arizona will settle for a field goal here. Chad Ryland at the 26-yard line will try a field goal here, and we'll see if we can block this one. Emmanuel Forbes got around the edge. It's blocked. We stop the kicker from getting to the ball, and then we tackle the holder. I need to take another look at this. This is not exactly sure what happened here. So Chad Ryland comes through. Devin Lloyd jumps at him. I would feel like this is kicking or like running into the kicker here. Is this not? Like that's roughing the kicker and running into, I feel like. Or is it because Kobe Turner pokes or Jared Verse pokes the ball out? Is that why? Well, yeah, Jared Verse pokes the ball out. And then... What? What? How is this not a fumble? Jared Verse, the ball is on the ground. It gets kicked and then it teleports to the holder. How is that not a fumble? And then Cam Curl makes the tackle. So we hold them without a field goal. But I am so confused how that is not a fumble. Hand this off to Kyron Williams on first down. He will bust it up the middle. Gets about 2 on the play. To the 34-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 8. Blake Corum checks in. We'll hand this one off to him. Kyler Murray and the Cardinals offense have 310 total yards in the game as Blake Corum busts it up the middle for about 10. We only have about 250 now after that run. But honestly, that's kind of how I like it. I don't want to be, going for 450 yards every game. I want to have a couple of games every now and then where we kind of sit back and wait for our opportunities to happen in the second half. Obviously, it's nice to have a massive lead like we did last week going into halftime and stuff like that. But it's not necessary every game. It's really not. We have a free play maybe here. Not exactly sure. Don't do anything with the screenplay, though. And yeah, it's offside, so we had a free play. We'll go ahead and accept that. Makes it 2nd and 2 at the 47. We'll run a screenplay here as well to the opposite side. Get Kyren Williams out in some more space. Just need to let it develop a little bit sooner. We do get around Calais Campbell. They're not as fast as they used to be. Down to the 41. That's a first down for us. And just about a minute 10 as we come up to the line here in the third quarter, down by 1. We can get a field goal and take the lead here. Not what we're looking for, though. Kyren Williams, nice gain of 5. 10 for 41 on the day for him. Not a bad game. Not really what we're looking for. Need a better game. Oh, just collectively from the team. Don't want to be down 1 to a 7-9 team going into the fourth quarter. So Kyren Williams busts up the middle, break to tackle, gets 3. Makes it 3rd and 2, and that'll be the end of the third quarter. All right, into the fourth quarter now. 3rd and 2 at the 33. Again, we can take the lead with a field goal. Not looking to settle, though, on 3rd and 2. Definitely a third down we need to pick up. We have Terrence Ferguson. We will get it to him. He makes the grab, moves it up to the 24, gain of 9 for the first. And at this point, we're just going to continue running the ball here with Kyren Williams and Blake Corum. See what we can do to get into the end zone here in the fourth quarter and take a lead. We will be going for 2 if we get a touchdown to get it to a 7-point game, because if we scored a touchdown right now, it would just be a 6-point game. I'm sure that other Cardinals is meant to say takeaways. I'm almost 95% sure that was meant to say takeaways. And God, it's just the visual glitches in this year's Madden are just terrible. Like I've said before, the gameplay, the content in the game and how you play the game has improved so much every year. The visuals get worse and worse every season. We have Jordan Whittington. If we can fit that in over the top, he is not going to make the catch. Gets popped at the end. Overthrown by Stafford. We've seen 4 or 5 different passes today that have been overthrown. By the end of the game, it wouldn't surprise me if we see 6 or 7 passes overthrown. But it's 3rd and 10 here at the 24-yard line. We'll see if we can pick up the first down. We have Kyren Williams underneath, and it is swatted down by Josh Sweat. Take back the lead, hopefully, if Joshua Carty can make this. This is a nice, easy one. It is up and right down the middle. Good. 23-21 Rams. 8 minutes and 40 seconds left for Arizona here on offense. Down 2 at the 30-yard line to start their next possession on offense. Trey Benson to the left of Murray. It's a read option. Need to get out there. Big hit from Kinchins. No gain on the play for Murray. He is popped at the line of scrimmage. Trey Benson is going to break it. He is into the secondary. Derry, Cam Curl, and Akello Witherspoon bring him down. I can't even speak right now. It's down to the 10-yard line. 2-point lead here. Need to try and hold Arizona. This is play action over the middle. Murray stepping up. He will take off into the end zone. Touchdown. Cardinals score. Take back the lead. And we will see what we can do when we get back out on offense. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line here. 7 minutes, 4 seconds left in the game. 380 total yards now for the Cardinals offense. The second we said something about their rushing game not working in today's game too much, it happens. And they start running the ball well. Bust it for 40 yards. And I think Kyren Williams might have gotten hurt on that play. So Blake Corum checks in here 2nd and 8 at the 32. That would be a huge blow. Yes, it's week 18, but hopefully it's not a long-term injury, because that would suck going into next season. Again, you always worry if you're at a playoff position. You worry about those star players at the end of the year. Could they get hurt and be out next year? But it's bruised ribs. Same thing we had for Tutu Atwell last week as well. So we'll keep him out for a couple of plays, and then we will put him back in the game here. But we have a 3rd and 5, a crucial one here. 6:32 left in the fourth quarter at the 35-yard line. Need to convert this one. Tutu Atwell, we have him deep. That is going to be a jump ball. I don't think he's going to be able to make that catch. It is swatted away. 4th and 5 at the 35. We will have to punt back and try and make a stop on defense. Let's check and see if I missed something there. I probably missed something down the field. Let's widen this out here. So we have the motion from Ferguson. I mean, we would have had Nakua if the pocket didn't collapse almost immediately. And we rolled out a little bit, but that's not a reason for the pocket to just fall apart. Don't have Whittington underneath. Don't have Ferguson on the motion route into the flats. Yeah, there's just nothing open. I mean, right here, Atwell's our best option. We can't dump it to Ferguson. He's going to get blown up immediately. Whittington underneath has two defenders sitting on top of him. Our best chance is to just toss it up there, and it just didn't work out. It's a read option. Murray rolling. He will have plenty of space up the left sideline. Need to make a play. Steps out of bounds at the 41. And that's an RPO over the middle. He has Wilson up the middle of the field down to the 3, and Arizona's gonna add to their 5-point lead here halfway through the fourth quarter. This is ugly. This is an ugly loss to end the season if we can't come back and win this one. Not saying we're out of it quite yet, but this would be very bad. This would be disappointing. That'll be a Trey Benson touchdown up the right side into the end zone, and Arizona extends their lead. We have Ferguson underneath. We'll hit it to him. He drops it. Oh, my goodness. A drop from Terrence Ferguson. It'll be 3rd and 10 at the 30. It's four down territory. We have to go for it here. We have Ferguson over the middle. He needs to make that catch. He's hit by Budda Baker. Incomplete. Jarred loose. And this is the game here. If we turn it over on the 30-yard line, we're not going to get the ball back down 13. We're going to get it back down 20. So, up the sideline. Can we fit it into Atwell? It's picked off. And that's a really, really fitting end to our season there to get picked off. Stafford, I've thrown a ton of picks with him. That's the 22nd of the season. A punt here would be huge. I don't think we're going to be able to get it. Trey McBride, though, off the right side. That is in field goal range for Arizona. Can we block another one? We will see. Emmanuel Forbes out on the field again. Did block the first one. Chad Ryland on to attempt this one here. We'll see if we can block it. We cannot. That's a... Oh, that's a joke. This is a joke, right? No, this can't be serious. Surely not. Surely this cannot be serious. And Kobe Durant is getting cut. No, I'm kidding. We can't be serious here. 2 third-down stops to force a punt and then to force a field goal attempt. And instead, they have 2 first downs, and they're at the 19-yard line to chew the rest of the clock off to win the game. Murray's going to roll. He'll take off. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown. It'll be 42 points for Arizona here at the last game of the season. Well, as we get out here to the menu, a very disappointing 42-23 loss in Week 18 to the Cardinals. Not at all what we wanted in the game. Went into halftime up 1, thought we had a good chance at doing something. Didn't work. Ty Hamilton has an upgrade point. Josiah Stewart in there as well. We'll upgrade those, get them up and overall. That is the first season. It's a 5-12 season, not where we would have wanted to be, but honestly not bad. And we can take a look here. We'll advance to the wild card round. We should know our draft order by now. I don't know where our other pick is in the draft order, so we'll have to see. But let me find that out, and then I'll get back with you guys. So we do have mock draft 3 available, and right now it looks like we have the number 3 overall pick. At least what it's showing now. I haven't gone and actually checked out the thing, but it also does have the number 10 pick for us, taking quarterback Levi Wallace. I will say this, if Will McDonald's available at 3, we are taking him. Right now they have him projected. They have us projected taking Levi Wallace over him, which could happen. You never know. But we will see. Where is he at? Is he not even a first rounder right now? Unless I'm missing him. Let's go into the prospects here. Yeah, Will McDonald, they have him at number 6. That's because he's now around 2 to 3 talent. Oh, boy. Well, Will Donald, or I've been saying Will McDonald. It's Will Donald. Might not be our quarterback. Not sure I want around 2 to 3 talent as my first round pick. My first round pick. Jalen Sherwood is probably going to be one of our picks in the first round. I will say that. But right now, it's not really looking like any of the quarterbacks are going to be anything to write home about. I mean, I still think Will Donald will probably be the pick for us, but we might be able to get him in the second round now. Unless some teams just reach. Danny Colbert, the 23-year-old, is falling in the draft rankings, though. I wonder why. B, medium accuracy, A, under pressure, elite to great, great to good, and a bunch of stuff. He doesn't look bad. We might use one of our focus players on him and see if we can figure out more about him, because, yeah, he's 23, but if he's the best quarterback in the class, we might have to take him, even though he's 23, going to be 24. So we'll have to see. Going into the offseason episode will just be the entire offseason and the preseason. So it'll be probably a 30 or 40-minute video, and then week 1 will obviously be its own episode. Let me know what you guys think about 2 games an episode. It's a little bit longer. I tried one that was 1 game. It was a really long game, though. It ended up being like a almost 40-minute video by itself. So if you like the idea of me fitting 2 games into like an hour-long video instead of 1 game in like a 35 to 40-minute video, let me know. Either way, I enjoy both ways, so I'll probably put out a mixture of the 2 throughout next season. We're going to hope to have a bunch of episodes out really quickly here. So I'm going to see how many I can get pumped out. Hopefully 2 or 3 a week would be the goal. Get kind of caught up, get going a little bit, get some momentum into next season. And hopefully, keep you guys engaged. It's going to be a long road. We picked an interesting team. They're a good team in real life, but I kind of blew it up a little bit at the trade deadline, so we're going to see what we can do in the offseason. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. If you liked the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and thank you.